Hello everyone, Wolfie here, server admin for MineSock, and today I'm going to run you through AgriCraft and farming in the pack. It's a little strange. If you've ever played with IC2 crops, then you'll know how it works, roughly. The main thing, the main thing you got to remember is that while you can place normal crops on farmland, it's better to do it on it's better to use AgriCraft because you get better items and things. So I'm just going to get a couple of things into my inventory, like that roughly, and oh wait, that as well, that, and then I'm going to jump in here and grab some wheat seeds. Okay, I'll get to these in a minute. So the first thing to do is go and find some tall grass and break it. Like that. And if you aren't in Creative Plus, then you will get some seeds normally. Once you've got some seeds, if you try and plant them on normal hoe ground, normally you'll be okay, but AgriCraft seeds, like all of these, apart from wheat seeds, won't plant on normal tilled earth. Instead, what you need to do is you need to plant it on tilled earth, granted. One sec, just removing these. Just gonna grab some dirt. Okay, this was set up and then I realised things can't normally grow on right, so yeah, things can't grow on, well, wheat can't grow on sand, but other things can, so just remember that. So we get that, we get some of those, we need to get a hoe. Or a mattock, doesn't really matter. I'm just going to grab another quartz, why not? And we're going to do that. So while you should be able to plant on here, I've not actually updated my client, so config, so that's a little bit of a bug. So you need to place these crop sticks down. Crop sticks, oops, I said crop sticks, you can craft like that. Okay, you get 4 of them. As well as that, oh fuck, there we are. As well as that, you can craft each one back into a regular stick. So on that one we have some weeds, but you can then just place your seeds down as per normal. Okay. Then we can just grab some bone meal, whack them a few times with bone meal, and we have wheat. Now, why the hell would you go through the extra step of placing down crop sticks when you can just as easily use plant them normally on farmland, because I have not disabled vanilla vanilla planting still works, but why the hell would you ever use this method? Because if I jump out of here, when we break these, we just get 1 wheat and 1 seed. Okay. You have absolutely no idea how distracting Opera is. We can also right click on these, so we just pick them without destroying the wheat seeds. So we can just harvest them like that. These do work with harvesters and similar, which is useful to know. So how do words work? Right. So you can just harvest them with right click. Now, another reason you would use these is because of this. This is an irrigation setup. You don't need the water, you don't need these, you don't need cobblestone. All you need is these wooden water tanks, some of these wooden irrigation channels, and a sprinkler. The way these work is I'm just going to grab some water channels. There we are. So you place your water tanks down like so, up in the sky. You have irrigation channels coming off them, and you then put underneath, you put a sprinkler. Okay. From that, you can then, when it rains, this will start to fill up with water, and when it gets to a certain level, it will flow down here and start sprinkling. Sprinkling works as kind of a free bone meal. I'm going to turn that rain off. You can also fill the tanks using something like an aqueous accumulator, or something that pumps water directly into the tanks. You can also set up the thing that I've got here, wooden channel valve. Okay. Recipes by the way. So wooden irrigation channel is just that. A bowl is actually changed. The recipe for a bowl is changed because of that. To get sprinkler, recipe is that. To get wooden water tank, it is that. And an irrigation channel is that. Okay. An irrigation a channel valve allows you to control your sprinkler using redstone. So when I flip off the redstone, my sprinkler turns on. When I flip off the redstone, the sprinkler keeps going for a bit because this channel has a water reserve. Okay? Which will then slowly filter its way through and water the crops. This is kind of a free bone meal, so this water will help these crops to grow. The range of the sprinkler is strange. If you look at the actual pattern that the sprinkler sprinkles, it sprinkles these dirt blocks and these sand blocks, but not the podzol. However, the actual area it covers is the dirt blocks, the podzol, and not the sand blocks. So while it touches these, it does not affect them. So while you might think that it plants on these, it only does a 7 by 7 area centered around the sprinkler. Okay. I'm not sure what the height range on this is. I've always done it a bit like that, but that's about it. Now, so you've got these seeds and these, but in vanilla, at least sometimes you can get what do we call it? It depends on words. Right, yes. So that was what I was saying. Right. So I'm going to tilt some more dirt here. Also, by using the sprinkler, it automatically gives you watering. So you don't need a central water source. So I could actually replace this. I won't, because then that happens and everything will stay watered though. Now I can place like that. I can then place cross crops like so. And this grown wheat will transfer over and pass on some genetics like so. You can speed this up by using bone meal like that. So these seeds are 1, 1, 1. So they're growth 1, gain 1, strength 1. The way the seed mechanics works is that the growth determines how fast it grows. So a growth 1 seed will grow quite slowly. A growth 10 seed will grow really fast. Gain is how much you get from it. So gain 1 seed, you'll only ever get 1 product from. A gain 10 seed, you normally get 4 or 5. Strength is how resistant to weeds it is. So if I leave this crop here with the sprinkler on, I said with the sprinkler, with the sprinkler on, you can see weeds have sprouted. Okay, you can get rid of weeds by using either a wooden or iron hand rake. Wooden rake, iron rake. I'm also going to grab a few tools. Oh, that's new. So you can get rid of weeds by using the rake. So you can get rid of weeds by using the rake. The gardening trowel allows you to pick up a crop and move it. So if I do that, place crop sticks here, I can then place those crops as they were down again. This preserves their growth state, which is good because, like, sometimes you want to move a thing but you don't want to leave it to grow. Now, where was I? Yes, these seeds. If I then break this crop, I'm in creative. So I'm just going to quickly regrow this. One sec. Oh, cross crops. So we have seeds. I'm going to go back to survival, break that, and you can see that these are unidentified seeds. They don't stack with the 111 seeds. How do we see what growth, gain, and strength they are? You can go to a seed analyzer, turn it off, seed analyzer, and throw them in there. Bing. Tells us that we've actually leveled up the strength of the seed by 1, which is really useful. So that's actually a 112 seed. Now this book here is this book here. It's an agricultural journal. Recipe is that. So 4 crops, a book and quill, and any 4 seeds. This lists all of the seeds that you have discovered that you have scanned through the seed analyzer with the journal there. If I was to scan a new seed and not have the journal in there, it wouldn't count. But because my journal is in there, every seed that I've scanned through this analyzer is counted into that agricultural journal. If we set up something a bit like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to place our 112 there, and then I'm going to transfer some fully grown seeds onto these. Okay. So then I'm going to just quickly bone meal that up. If I then place crops here, this seed will have a much higher stat gain. So run over to the analyzer, throw it in the analyzer. It's a 143. So the more plants that you have around that are the same as the plant that you're trying to level up, the higher the level up gain. So I would then break this one and I'd place it here, like so. Grow it. That. Grow it. Oh, cross crops, I always forget that. Grow it. Break that. That. 443. So as you can see, we are leveling this seed up really fast. If I place that down and actually grow it and leave wheat in here, so I've got 16 wheat. If I now break this, I've actually got 2 wheat. I got 2 wheat from that seed because its gain is 4. You can see that Whaler has a plugin that allows you to see things when you've analysed them. Magnifying glass also allows you to do that if you don't have Whaler installed. We have Whaler installed, doesn't really make a difference. Wooden hand rake removes, and the iron hand rake both remove weeds. I've already talked about the trowel, the clippers. These are a new item that allows me to take a seed clipping. I believe that this is kind of like seeds, except that these will then have the same stats. So if I go over here and grow these, take a clipping of these, and then place it down, these have the same stats. So they can be really useful for crossing. If you have a really good seed, you can take clippings and plant it around. Now this is a computer-controlled seed analyzer. If I just quickly turn NAI off, these are all the things that you can use this peripheral to do. This is a AgriCraft peripheral. When I do a AgriCraft tutorial, I'll explain more in detail about peripherals. But you can use this to get the stats from a crop. I'm considering trying out a build where I can automate the entirety of farming using that block. I think I can do it. I'll get back to you. The seed analyzer can be pumped into using transfer nodes or hoppers or similar, and also out of. It's ice-sided, so it's fine. What else is there to talk about? That was it. So you see all these different seeds. Most of these aren't obtainable from grass. The potato seeds, carrot seeds, and wheat seeds are obtainable. Okay, so how do we get things like pumpkin seeds, or dandelion seeds, or what's that? Is that Origold? Origold seeds. Hint. Origold seeds, if I get one of those. They produce gold for me, so long as I have a gold ore underneath. There isn't any NAI plugin. This will show you how to get things. So you can crossbreed seeds. To crossbreed some seeds, I need to find a mutation that I know. Or I need to find a mutation. How about poppy seeds and allium seeds gives a red tulip? So we know that a poppy seed plus an allium seed gives a red tulip. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to plant down a poppy, plant down a allium. Yep. Weeds are in AgriCraft, as I've explained. And I'm not going to put a cross crop down yet. I'm going to grow these to begin with, grow them up. Then I'm going to place down a cross crop between them. Bone mealing that, I've got a poppy. So it's not guaranteed that that will give you a mutation. Poppy seeds give you rose red. Alliums, I think, give you magenta. Yep. So it's not guaranteed that you'll get a mutation from this. But you will get lots of seeds. There we are. So now we've got red tulips because they mutated together, which also give me red dye. But red tulips, so I planted one of those, which is actually a 211 seed. Or no, that was one that I gave. I planted a 111 of each because that's what you get from NAI if you spawn them in, and I got a 111 red tulip. I believe it averages the stats, but don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. That's deadly. No. Right. Anyway, so now these things are called seed storages. Okay, these are again a relatively new addition. If you've got some seeds like these, you can put one type of seed in the seed storage at any one time, and it will collate together all of the different stats for that seed. So if I just break all of these, which are of varying degrees of stat, get rid of that zombie. If I shove all of these through the analyzer, poppy seed, allium seed, yep. Now, if I just shove all of these through the analyzer one at a time, here we go. 111s, 112s. Oh, I'm gonna shove them. You know what? Oh, it's a miscraft age. Whoops. Right. So, one sec. I mean, like that. Right. So we have some 143s, 443, 112, 111s. Okay. So if I go into creative, so they stop attacking me. If I go into here, I can place all of these seeds in. Okay. Now you can see these little bars down here. Those indicate the stats of the various seeds. Okay? I can sort them by growth, by gain, or by strength. However, I can't place allium seeds in there. However, if I find allium seeds here, I can place them in there. Or I can shift click them in there. I think you have to shift click them, but don't quote me on that, but it appears that you have to shift click. So all of those work. All the mutations are able to be found in any eye. I've been debating whether or not to actually turn that plugin off, but I think I'm going to keep it on because it's nice to be able to just see how to get a seed. Wish there was a way to turn it off just for certain seeds, so like all the resource seeds, I'd like to turn them off because, yeah, that's a little cheaty. Right, another thing you need is, so if I plant down a shimmer leaf, okay, shimmer leaf seeds, which I believe are quite new in the mod. If I plant them down, try and grow them. They're not growing, nothing's working. It says up there, this plant cannot grow here, because what it requires is, one sec, that is my computer melting. There we are. I believe it requires silverwood. So now that has changed to this plant is fertile and can grow. Bing. Which drops shimmer leaves. You can get renewable shimmer leaf. This is like the best time ever because shimmer leaves are the most annoying things to ever get, ever. If I get some redstodendrons, plant them down. Actually, I'm going to plant them in the corner so it's easy to get to. Plant them down. This plant cannot grow here. Okay. So, what can we do about that? Well, we go to redstodendrons. It needs redstone ore below it for it to mutate, and it needs redstone ore below to grow. Gives us redstone. So if I go down here, get some redstone ore. Silk touch is good for this. Redstone ore down there. Suddenly, this plant is fertile and can grow. Suddenly we get that, we right click, and we get one redstone. Remember that these are 111 seeds. If you level these up to 10, you'd be getting 3 or 4 per click. So these can be very, very powerful. There are seeds for almost everything. You can get Britannia seeds. As I see it showing here, you can get these seeds which give you things like taint root, vishrooms, shimmerleaf and cinder pearl. Got all the different resource seeds, different dye seeds, different basic seeds, and the best part about this is that this is fully compatible with Pam's AgriCraft. So if I actually search for seed, get some raspberry seeds. Can't plant them on the ground, however I can plant them on here. So if you're having trouble with Pam's AgriCraft, try using crop sticks. Raspberry. We've got some raspberries. And again, these can be leveled up to 10, 10, 10 and get you all sorts of things. What else is there? Is there anything I've left out? One sec. Mods, AgriCraft. Right. Covered seed analyzers. AgriCraft adds fences and fence gates and wooden grates, which are, they look different to regular. These are a bit like fence panels, but for fences, and they're just awesome. These things, wooden grates. Yep. So you can actually apply vines to these as well, which is interesting. So depending on where you click on the block, you'll place them in different places. I really like the wooden grates. What else is there? I think that's it. Oh, wooden irrigation channels can be crafted as 4 to get fully covered wooden irrigation channels. And I think that's about it. If there are any questions, comments, etc., then let me know. Is there anything else to do with farming that I can cover? It is fully, AgriCraft is fully compatible with all types of automation as far as I know. Don't see anything. Oh, witchery plants also work on crops. And if you can't find a plant in the wild, try mutating it, because one sec. Extra filtering all the way down. Plantable. Yeah. So all of these things can be planted. Right. Deviating lilies and ender lilies can't be planted on crops as far as I know. Witchery things definitely can. I believe, in theory, you should be able to place water artichokes somewhere, but I'm not sure. Yeah, you need water. Dig it with a shovel in farmland to create a little pit, then use a bucket of water to fill it up. Oh, that's a new thing. So that's a thing that I did not actually know existed. So I'm going to try that with that, and then whoops. Oh, they are. They do respond to water, so just be careful of that. Seed analyzer. There. So let's get a bucket of water, because obviously, yeah, bucket of water to fill it up. We can then plant crops on that. Then we can plant water artichoke on it. Did not actually realise that was a thing. That's quite cool. You need to plant rice on those, and you need to plant seaweed on those, or they need to be below there to mutate. Seaweed will plant, rice will plant, water artichoke will plant. Again, didn't realise that was a thing. That's obviously new in the mod, because you used to be able to plant crops directly on water, which was weird. I believe they used to work with the old AgriCraft plants, but extra filtering, plantable. The AgriCraft plants have been removed, so that doesn't really matter. Right, so I've covered that, covered most things. I've covered irrigation, I've covered seed analyzing, and I've covered the seed storages. Oh, these seed storages are kind of a little buggy with the placing of items in them. Before I did have this seed analyzer directly pumping to these seed boxes, but it broke and it kind of didn't work, and then I ended up with all sorts of seeds all being converted to wheat seeds, which really wasn't fun. So probably best to just use yourself to put things in here. But I believe that that's everything. Anyway, I will end the mod tutorial here, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!